solidarity. It's something that we show for people we respect, who are going through a hard time, or being treated badly. Anything that we as a people can do to stand with those who've been treated unfairly would be a step in the right direction for the atmosphere that our children grow up in. Unfortunately, there are still those who see anyone with a good heart and wish to take advantage of them. The wolves still dress up in sheep's clothing and try to sneak into the herd to pick us off. Now, as you can imagine, when wolves are found among sheep, they don't care for it too much and tend to run away or ostracize the wolf. This doesn't make the wolf an underdog, this makes him a sneak and a failure. That is the way that the religion of Islam is being treated in the Western world. They've taken on themselves the clothing of refugees, and even though they've been proven to be wolves time and again, the sheep, who are too dumb to see the damage that could be if they're accepted, have decided that all of us with good sense should still accept them. We see this problem in a big way in Europe. Since we have a habit of following directly in Europe's footsteps, it's agonizing to look at what is happening there, knowing that it will likely happen to us as well. Breitbart News reports that not only have the people in Europe accepted Islam with all of its bloodthirsty tendencies, the parliament is even standing in solidarity with them. A number of MPs donned hijabs in Westminster Hall to celebrate World Hijab Day (WHD), which normalizes Islamic veiling and promotes modest dress. The group, led by the SNP's Tasmina Ahmed Sheikh, included SNP MPs Anne McLaughlin and Patrick Grady, as well as Labour's former Shadow Equalities Minister Dawn Butler and MP Nassim Shah. Organisers of WHD ask for donations on February 1 each year and encourage women of different faiths to wear a hijab in solidarity with Muslims under the slogan, "I stand for her right to cover." World Hijab Day at the House of Commons Parliament in Westminster, London, hosted by MP Tasmina Ahmed Sheikh. The WHD website quotes conservative Islamic scholar Dr. Yazir Qadi, who has been accused of anti-Semitism. He says the concept of bringing attention to the modest attire that Islam encourages women to wear is something extremely positive. Projects such as World Hijab Day help us spread these values and showcase our religion in a positive light, he adds. Neither the hijab or Islamic face veil, such as the burqa, are mentioned in the Quran, and many liberal and progressive Muslims argue that the garments are Ist and even Islamist tools used to control women. In countries such as Iran and Saudi Arabia, women are required by law to cover their heads and face punishment if they show their hair. The organizer of WHD says they aim to create a more peaceful world where global citizens respect each other. They also claim that with a recent rise in Islamophobia, such as the hijab and other religious clothing being banned in countries like France, Muslim women who wear hijab are disproportionately targeted by hate crimes. During Prime Minister's questions on Wednesday, Ms. Ahmed Sheikh used a question to call for the acceptance of Islamic veiling in British society and for the continued admittance of migrants and asylum seekers. Today is World Hijab Day, and I wonder if the Prime Minister would join with me in recognizing the right of Muslim women to wear hijab if they wish without fear, she said. The sad truth is that people seem to be forgetting, or maybe just willfully ignoring the fact that the world has been struggling against Islam for a long time. We're not the first generation to try to sort out what to do with the weird and aggressive goth cousin of the religious world. Nobody wants anything bad for them, but at the same time, we can't ignore that they're a danger to themselves and others. If we do, we will no doubt suffer the consequences of their aggression, like we did on 9/11. We would be naive to assume that just because they pretend to be pitiful, that means that they would do us any harm if unsupervised. Islam has, at its core, always been aggressive and destructive. Now, the Muslim population of the Middle East has destroyed the homeland and they want to come take over ours. If we allow them to practice the religion unchecked, they will do to us what they did to everyone who didn't agree with them in the Middle East. That means being subjected to acid baths, tiger bait, and even if you avoid that, democracy will never be an option again. Those who practice the religion of Islam will do harm if left to their own devices because it's in the nature. HT, Breitbart News. For the web powered by Zergnet, Olympic figure skater handles wardrobe malfunction perfectly. Here's who Jackie Kennedy thought had her husband killed. This is what's at the center of Bristol Palin's divorce. The victims of the Florida school shooting revealed the real reason Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux split. Why Bob Costas is nowhere to be found at the 2018 Olympics.